tech here. So today I'm gonna talk about air nozzle, how it works and all that stuff. So of course it depends, you know, the weapon type you're using. If you're using M4, you know, AK or G36 or whatever, you're gonna have a different air nozzle type. But today I'm gonna talk about the M4 air nozzle because those, as far as I know, those are the most common on the field. So you know, air nozzles. So basically, what they are those guys right there. I'm just gonna crack it open. Also, next gearbox as well. So it works. Well, you know, they are basically those guys. They are at the end of your cylinder head, and when your gears turn in cycles, they basically push it on there and then release it, and then your piston pushes air through it, and that's basically, you know, what shoots your BB. So that's pretty much it. So your tappet plate is against around the air nozzle, and that's basically, you know, what it moves the air nozzle. And your sector gear is basically what moves and your sector gear is basically what moves that tappet plate. So, you know, I'm just gonna try to show you. So that's basically like that. You have a spring normally there that keep tension on it. It's not there right now. And basically that's it. So your gear turns and it grabs that tappet plate right there. So it pushes it back, and then right there it returns back to place. And this is basically, you know, against your hop-up is basically like that. You have VVs that comes up in your mag like that, and when it's finished to cycle, you know, your piston just and pushes it through that cylinder head right there, through that air nozzle, and that air nozzle basically is sealing against your rubber inside your hop-up, and that, you know, it cycles a BB and push it through. So air nozzle are pretty important, you know, in terms of, you know, feeding, you know, air consistency and all that stuff. First of all, you know, you want to have a perfect air seal against your cylinder head, and the way you can try it, it's you push it all the way. So that's basically, that's a little further than when it's fully extended, but you know, that's a good way of checking it. And then you just, you know, like that one doesn't give me a perfect seal for with that cylinder head, so you know, you can try find another one and find one that seals it perfectly, like that one. I think, you know, it's not 100% perfect, but that's a pretty good air seal for what it is. That was the one that comes with it. It was in my ENC. I'm gonna try it. Yeah, that's pretty good. But that might be yeah, that's the O-ring on the piston. No, that's an old piston just for demo. So anyway, but yeah, so that's basically how it works. And so yeah, your barrel and your rubber is into your hub, like so, and that basically, you know, enters in there and pushes in BB in, and then it shoots and pushes air through in the BB and into the hop-up and goes down the barrel, and then you shoot the BBs. So those are basically how they work. Some have, like no O-ring in there, some have one O-ring like that guy, and some have two O-ring. So I really recommend one with an O-ring, but with two O-rings sometimes don't have a perfect airseal, and they might have more of a side-to-side play. It depends on your cylinder head, but just for an example, that's like it doesn't want to go in there. I'm about to ruin my O-ring. I'll try another one. So yeah, so those guys are really picky, but with one O-ring it goes in there, and when it's fully extended, you don't have too much side-to-side play, and the side-to-side play can occur when the inner diameter and the outer diameter in there, those are the one that kind of prevent it. And if you have too much side-to-side play, that can gives you mid-cap syndrome. Mid-cap syndrome is basically when you push when your babies are all the way full, you have a lot of tension on that spring, so that pushes your baby super hard. You have a lot of tension, and they basically just push it like upward like that. So when it cycles, it doesn't seal properly against the rubber, because it's a little bit like that way, and that can cause a low FPS or even misfeed, because they just like grab a BBs and grab another one because there's a lot of play, so and then jam in there and all that stuff. So that can gives you a lot of consistency. A stronger spring on the pet plate spring can help too for mid-cap syndrome, but that's not to do about mid-cap syndrome. But so yeah, so you really want like I said, there's different type of the head. There's like some are flat like that, some are a little bit curved, some are a little bit less curved, some are a little bit maybe a little bit more curved, and there's different length. So what I recommend for checking that, if you have a gun, you can check you can take a electronic digital caliper like that, and just put your nozzle in there, and you look. So that's 21.4. Those are the most common air nozzle length for M4, 21.4, but sometimes 21.42. Sometimes you have 21.5, you have 21.3, 2. It really depends, and like that one's 21.5. That really depends, on 21.1. That's the one for my VNC 21. So you have different lengths. So if you already have a gun, and you want to change your nozzle, that's a really good idea to check with that guy. Those are really cheap. Those are like $10. Check the length and order an air nozzle that is the current length, and try to check the end of it. Is it square? Is it like more like concave? The way it ends can change a little bit, your airseal and all that stuff against your rubber. So yeah, those are basically how it works, and if you're trying to find one that works perfectly with your build, those are the way of checking that. So yeah, it doesn't mean that's an M4 air nozzle that's gonna fit perfectly inside your build, because you have you know. QC control, what I would say, you know, like those are, you know, between 0.1 mil, and those are between 0.1 mil, and those gearbox and those receiver and, you know, all those stuff. So when you put all them together, sometimes they just don't work. That's how it is. But you know, you should be okay. You know, most of the time those are fine if you find the same length and you put them back. Normally they work, but it can happen. You know, so that's just because of QC. You know, that's it. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I hope you have a great day. That was the airsoft tech, and I'll catch you in the next one.